All right. There we go. Sound turned down a little bit. All right, welcome in everybody. It is Friday once again, and I am your host Tuka. Hopefully everybody's had a good couple of weeks because, of course, I didn't stream last week. Well, last Friday anyway, or this past Monday because I was working. But this is my 4-day weekend, so we're going to stream today. We're going to stream Monday as well, and we're going to have fun. At least that's the plan. Um, we are doing bag 4 of this, the Wild or Old West freight train from LumiBricks. It's interesting. I was trying to figure out some stuff, and I found this when I was, doing the stream last time. So I'm thinking what happens is this right here, brick, goes on the back of the coal car here, where we have this here, and this keeps popping out. So hopefully this will keep that from popping out. But then it also looks like we have another one that's going to go on the back of the car, or cars, depending upon, how fast we build today, that we're working on. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do bag 4 right now, and it also requires bag 2 and 3 of the lighting kit, which we already have bag 2 because this was in bag 2, so it's already here. This is our lighting kit. Here's bag 3. I'll set it off to the side. My glass is sweating, so we'll set it right there. So this is going to be the log car. And I have, oh, it's at work. I have another train that has a log car on it, but it's at work. But it only has 3 logs on it. This one's got 5. Trail came in and got first. Congratulations, Trail, and thank you for doing the lurky lurk. Hopefully you're having a good Friday. I'm sorry for the late start. I got distracted. I don't get to play very many single player games because I play a lot of multiplayer games with friends and stuff. And since everybody's at work today, I decided I'd play a single player game. And of course, the game that I decided to play was Railroads Online. I was building a railroad, kind of in line with building the train here. So it wasn't intentional. I've wanted to finish that game for a while now. You don't really finish it. I want to finish building the rails on it. And I have 3 locations that aren't connected up to the main line yet. One of them is the gold mine. Yeah, gold mine. And then there's another one that has to deal with gold. I think it's gold powder. And then there's the refinery to make gold bars. I have the track around the gold mine done. It was fairly easy. It was at the very bottom of the map. I made a big old circle so you can pull in, drop off the materials to work on mining the gold, and then you can circle back out or you can back down. I also put in a water tower, so if need be, because it is a long trip, if need be, you can refill your engine with water. Sand, because it is uphill, way uphill. So you might use a lot of sand getting up there. And then, coal. I gotta get my coal train going to deliver coal down to the coal tower, though. But that way, trains that get up there, they'll have a way to refill with coal if they need to. Shouldn't, but I put it there just in case. Because it is at the very bottom of them. So hey, how about this? We'll check it out. once we get done working on the train today. I do have us slated for bags 4 and 5. Unfortunately, if we end bag 4 at like 2-ish, that really wouldn't give us much time to do bag 5, because I do need to do some work around the house because we're having a party tonight. So I'm going to try and get bag 4 done by like 1:30-ish, which we're already late because. So, and then there's Kitty over the door. But if we get done with bag 4 quick enough, we'll do bag 5, and if there's any time left over, we'll go ahead and we'll hop on Railroads Online. I'll show you what I've got going on. If it takes us too long to do bag 4, then around 2-ish, roughly, we'll stop what we're doing. I'll hop on to Railroads Online and show you what I got going on there, because it's pretty neat. Like, you start out with just a small 3-rail. It's not even a rail yard because they're not even connected. So you gotta connect them up. And then from that, you have to build your entire rail network. You got to connect up the logging camp to the sawmill. You got to connect that all up to the iron mill and the farm and the cattle ranch, the smelter, the ironworks, and there's several other entities that you have to hook up. It's a long, drawn out process. And why is this up here? All right, so let's go ahead, let's hurry up and let's get going so we can work on getting to view Railroads Online real quick before we end today. So again, though, hopefully everybody's having a good day. Probably over here. It is the weekend. We're getting to the weekend. Right, so this is brown. I need black. All right, these are definitely the parts for the wheels. And go ahead and throw these in here because we know that's going together. That'll stop that from running away. I'll even throw crack here. Ah, no, it's not. Stick them over there. Oh, fun. All right, we do need this piece here. Oh, caught it. Oh, what we got going on here? Ryokin, thank you for the follow. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're having a good Friday. Some of these pieces here cleaned up. Oh, I didn't even see that piece there. All right, there we go. That's over there. How was your week? Going into the weekend here. Just follow me on Twitter. All right, yeah, no problem, man. I'll do that. What are you doing there? You do Lego as well? There's the other piece. There's that. There's that. 2x4. There we are. Drunken sailor, what? Drunken sailor, the drunken sailor. I think you're actually the first one, the first follow I've gotten from Twitter. So thank you for that. I've been posting my live stuff to that for a little while. Honestly, I never expected anybody to actually follow me from it. So much appreciated. Brain farted. Need those. Need 2 of those. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. Go. And 4 of these little these. There's 2, 3. Per the usual, this music playlist is shared by my entire family. So there's no telling what you'll hear. If you hear a song that you do not like, don't worry, stick around, because it'll definitely change. You'll hear everything from country to rock to classic rock, hard rock, heavy metal, electronica, sea shanty, which we actually just heard a sea shanty, not a she shanty, she shed. My sister Tyler says she shells by the seashore. That's what I feel like. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm back. I need that. That. Let's see if we can't get moving here. All right, I need 4 of these. So there's 2, 3, 4, 6 of these. 1. And 4 of these squares too. 2, 3. Those will probably go together anyways. Not taking them apart. Why can't I find a woman like that? 3. That one actually looks black. That one is black. Yeah, that's definitely black. I don't need black ones. I need brown ones. Why are you going to put a black one in with dark brown? That's a green one. What in tarnation? There's 4. I need 2 more. Oh. 5. There we go. All right, we got all the pieces. Throw you back in there. Let's see here. Oh. Let's see. Block. Fan. There we go. Wow, 2-year-old account. 2-year-old account just got blocked, banned, and reported. Feel bad for that person. Not really. I do feel bad if it's somebody's account that got hacked and then getting used for that. Know how much it sucks to try and get your account back after it's been banned and reported and all the other jazz. All right, hang on, let me see what's going on. My phone's blowing up. Oh wow, that was fast. Twitch is already investigated and confirmed and has taken action. That was fast. Did not expect that. And then they just sent me an email saying that they've received my report. A little late. You've already actioned on it. So the reason Book isn't here is she had to take Boy Wonder to a thing for his school. Some kind of school picnic or whatever. And I think if he helps out in setting up, he gets volunteer credit hours. Because here in our state, in order to graduate high school, you have to have so many hours of volunteer credit, or you don't graduate until you make up those hours. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's like 35. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. I unfortunately am the stereotypical dad who doesn't really know much about his kid's schooling, because if I'm being honest, I'm at work a lot. It's kind of my plot, or plight, or whatever you want. I don't know. Well, I could have swore I saw these in here. I didn't miss anything. I'm watching Carrot. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. Come on. I saw them both earlier when I was looking for these pieces. Oh, never mind. I didn't. I only need one. There's one. This entire time sitting here looking for something that don't even there. Don't even there. Ain't even there. Don't exist. Whatever. I don't know. We have time too. I'll try and show y'all the my whole setup on what you call her, the railroads online. We'll go and we'll grab some logs from the logging camp. We'll take those to the sawmill. Take the boards and beams from the sawmill up to the iron mine. Take the iron, the raw iron to the smelter. All right, so bag 3 here. All right, it wants us to grab this piece here. Wait, is there? Oh, are you serious? Don't tell me that. Well, I'm about to be mad, ain't I? No way. I missed that step last time. I'm an idiot. Oh man, this thing won't stay on here. Duh, because you didn't freaking take the backing off the sticker, you idiot. Here I'm trying to figure out why in the world that thing won't stay. The stinking sticker. I missed the tear off stage of the thing. Man. All right. Now then, this piece here. Wait, no, that. Let's do it on the brown one. This one. No, not that one. This one. Frick. Stick that sword into that snake. Where'd it go? There it is. There we go. All right, now I have it on the right one. And it goes here. I imagine it's going to travel along the bottom here. Yep, exactly. All right. Now I need this thing close. Hello. Way down below. Go. Hey, now we're going to build logs. 45. Holy crap. So 9 each, all right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We belong way down below. Below, way down. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Down here on planet Zero. Three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Planet Zero. That's all 5. All right, cool. On to better days. What the ever loving all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have this. Two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that one just broke in two. All right. Not 3 like this other one. Do it this way. Seems safer. Might not be, but it seems safer. All right, so I need this, this, this. Cancel. We need excuse me. Zero. Zero. Dang it, I keep it upside down here. Wow. Hour late, my freaking bot says that I'm live on my Discord channel. Awesome. Let's see. Tell me that I'm going through a phase. Fucking phase. To break down, searching for a way out. I freaking do that wrong. No, I didn't. Copy and here we go again. Oh, okay. Searching for the truth in the lost and found. Well, the question I have is, where the fuck is your God now? Oh, nope. Cheater. I don't know what in the world I'm doing. Monster. Doesn't hurt at all. Doesn't. I am so confused. One, two, three, 7, 8, 9. Yep. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Oh. Hey, what's up, Rosie? This one. No, that doesn't go there. It goes on. I've already cut that one there. Why do I have 2 extra? Yes, these are logs, trees, whatever you want to call them. Okay, I got those. All right, I get. How are you doing today? Got up early and didn't eat or take meds and rushed to the clinic thinking I had a stress test today. And guess what? You don't. No stress test for you. Next Friday. Well, I won't be streaming next Friday, so I'll be at work. Because my boss's boss didn't like that there wasn't anybody in the office yet. All right. Let's see. We need these two. We need 4 of these. Nope, not those. These. That. This. All right. Do you have liners on your shelves behind you? No, I do not. It's glass. Straight up glass. Hey, hey. Golly. Nothing else will. Hey. You need liners for your shelves in your office? What do you need liners for? See if those dogs are. Oh, nope. Looks like it's the wife back. Yep. Wife and Bubby Boo. Bubbity Boo. I don't like the way these chains are facing. I want them facing the other way. Okay. There we go. All right, now then, have our wheels. I've already put the wheels in there from earlier. We need 4 of these 2x6s. Not sure why we needed 4 of them though. I used 2. Oh, I missed that. They put them both together on the same step. They're building 2 of these. Back is sweating. Ugh. Shout. Those. Need 4 of these. We should have ads starting soon. My reminder went off a little early because I started a little late. It goes off at the top of the hour, which when I start at noon is fine because then the ads start shortly thereafter. But I started at like 12:05, I think it was. So ads will be starting soon. It's a 3-minute block of ads. We do 3 minutes to get rid of pre-rolls. And we do them all at once in order to minimize the disruption to the stream. During those 3 minutes, feel free to get up, stretch, get a drink of water or whatever liquid you would like. Use the restroom if need be. Whatever you need to do, do some self-care. And there's Alex. Welcome in, Alex. Let's see here. So how you doing, Alex? Can you don't know what it took to win? Nothing. Just wanna be something. Be more. Angry. Uh-oh. I didn't do it, I swear. Unless I was supposed to do it, then I did do it. All right, we got our 40-second countdown for ads. They will be starting shortly. Stop moving. There we go. And yep, just as I suspected, we're gonna put this right here on the back of this train car. There we go. All right, and then we'll do bag 5. We'll start that after the break. It should be shortly. And Alex, you need to let us know why you're angry. I imagine it has something to do with Joe. That or you, and the doctors. Drive the car out of. There it is. All right, I'll be right back. Oh no, Carrot! Thank you for the raid. Oh, yeah, come in the middle of an ad break, and now I'm lurking in myself. Ooh, that tried to go down the wrong pipe. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Ad break will be ending here in about 30 seconds. Hopefully those that don't do... Oh, don't choke on the foods. Don't let it go down the wrong pipe. I mean, it tried. It really did try. I was able to stop it, though. This is probably the bricks with patterns that it's talking about. All right, and we should be back from ads. So welcome in, everybody. Thank you, Carrot, for the raid. Hopefully everybody enjoyed Carrot's cross-stitch stream. I was hanging out in his channel for a while before I started mine. So yes, Kicks, we're doing Legos. These are faux Legos or Flagos. We are building the Wild West freight train from LumiBricks. And actually, this still has the fun hole version of the logo, because we bought this a while ago. But the company's changed its name to LumiBricks because they light up. Oh, that's a shovel. What in the world is that? Let's see here. We'll plug this in real quick and show y'all what we've got so far. My big fat gorilla fingers can work. Oh my god. That's my new one. Fake test. There we go. All right, let me grab the battery pack. Fun hole. Exactly. Not to be mistaken with the other fun hole. All right, so this is what we have so far. So there's the train lamp. There's a lantern here on the back side. And unfortunately, since it's all together, I can't really take it apart. But let's see if we can angle it right. There we go. You can see the fire in there too. The, what you call it? The burn box. Oh, come on. Come on. We're fixing to actually start building the caboose, which has more lights in it. Oh. One of the reasons why I like the LumiBricks is it comes with the lighting kit. Come on. Dadgum, it ain't wanting to grip. I got it out the other day, but come on. There we go. Didn't want to pull the wire out. You have a little greenhouse that lights up. Awesome. Uh, I've got a farm store over there that lights up from Fun Hole. Um, I've got a tractor that lights up and a farm truck. I don't. There's the tractor. It's over there. I don't know where the farm truck is. Saw the log trailer. No, no, no Final Destination. They get it just right. This battery pack is actually just slightly too big. There we go. Nope. Thought it went. Am I trying to put it on backwards? No, that's the way it goes on. I don't know. I don't care. I'll just leave it like that. Easier to get on and off that way. We'll just leave it there. I had it clipped down before. And who knows? Maybe it's not supposed to be. Come on. Oh. All right. Like I said, we're working on the caboose now. We were in the car earlier, and there was a big construction truck in front of us that had a load of planks of wood on the back, and all I could think of was Final Destination. Right? And call your mom. Okay. We'll see you in a little bit. I need a 4x8. This one. It's just the half of it. Well, welcome in everybody. For those that don't know me, sorry I forgot to introduce myself. I am Crazy Man of Tuca. You can call me Tuca. Sorry, brain fart. That happens a lot. You'll find out real quick. It happens a lot. I stream mostly Legos nowadays, or brick building in general, because not all my Legos are actually, or not all my bricks are Lego. But for the most part, I stream mainly Lego. I do have some Kobe bricks, of course, LumiBricks. I do have one Slubon set. Yeah, brain went burr. Not Bert, but burr. Bert's a whole nother thing. Uh, there it went again. Just There we go. Like, why is that not? Oh. Uh, I did start out my streams as a gamer. Oh, there's the blocks that I was looking for. Cool. I mainly streamed Farm Sim, American Truck Sim, and other indie games like RimWorld, Project Zomboid, stuff like that. I actually quit streaming for about a year and convinced my wife to get into streaming, and then she kind of convinced me to get back into streaming. And that's where we are today. I do run. Zomboid was a board game. Well, so Project Zomboid is a video game. I don't know about Zomboid. Uh, Project Zomboid is a top-down. I think it's called. I think they call it isometric game, and it is done by. I can't remember the name of the company now, but it's a little company in Germany? Question mark. Actually, let's see here. I'm on their Discord. Where is maybe Indie Stone? Indie Stone sounds. I was in their Discord. Yeah, Indie Stone. That's the name of the company. They're the developer and publisher. The premise behind the game is you can actually start whenever. You just have to adjust the Lua. But the default is, I want to say it's June 9th, or it might be July 9th, one of the two. The zombie virus has broken out, and uh, basically you're in Knox County, Kentucky, and you now have to try and survive. Congratulations. I think I just did that wrong. Yes, I did. I got ahead of myself and skipped a step. Uh, and of course, as time goes on, more and more zombies become more prevalent. There is a date in which you reach max zombies. You can change that in the Lua as well, or you can leave it as the default. I change it because I like changing how many zombies are considered max, because I just like a terrible time playing. I just want to be inundated with zombies and have to fight for my life. Usually, max zombie day is, I think, 3 months after start. I have it like 30 days after start. Because, like I said, I hate my life. I just want to. kill zombies and kill them all. Which there is an option that you can turn off zombie respawn. So as you kill zombies, they won't respawn. Then eventually you can cleanse the entire county of zombies. I think I've also streamed State of Decay a couple times. Another zombie game. But as of late, it's been, at least on Mondays and Fridays, it's been Lego or brick building. For a while, I was doing what we called beer and steer, where I would play American Truck Simulator with some friends, and we would all drink beers while we were playing. Hence, beer and steer. But then, of course, life happened, and that kind of fell apart. But now that the Iowa map is out, maybe we can get it back together. How many times did I crash? Well, that's a good question. Reason being is because I'm typically a good driver. I don't crash very often. But when we do beer and steer, I did that backwards. I have an issue with some of my cohorts who can't drive. We'll put it that way. Well, one of my buddies, he just doesn't give a rat's patoot. He literally drives to crash. So I actually have some clips where I stopped because there was a whole bunch of wrecks in front of me, and then he came barreling through, flying through, whatever you want to call it, just destroying stuff. Destroyed his truck. Uh, any truck you crash, you can walk away from as a successful drive. Hey, now, don't be using my my flying experience for trucking. Uh, yes, you did. The devs put up invisible walls so you can't go to certain areas, and Rosie said, "Hold my beer." Well, I still ain't figured out how she got down there. I have rewatched that clip several times. I still can't figure it out. But yes, in the flying world, we always say that any landing that you can walk away from is a good landing. If they can reuse the aircraft, it was a great landing. Think I might love myself. I don't think you were drinking. I think that was just pure talent. Oh yeah. What did your uncle do that would make you think that we would be fun to talk together? Ooh. You know what the nickname is for a C5? The nickname for a C5 is Fred. Most of them are about idiots. Yeah, yeah. So I was a flight engineer on the C-130s. And I agree. There's a lot of idiots out there. Yeah, thought the nickname was "Don't Stop with a Full Load on Takeoff." So no, the nickname is Fred, and what Fred stands for is freaking ridiculous economic disaster or environmental disaster, whatever you want to use for E. Used to, uh, the C5 was notorious for losing wheels whenever it would land, and uh, a lot of mechanics would put in put money into a pool, and then they would draw a number out of a hat, and whatever the number on the hat was how many wheels was predicted to fall off the C5 when it landed. And I can't remember how many wheels C5 has off the top of my head. I want to say it's like 28 or 32 or something like that. It's a lot of wheels. But my dad drew 21 or 22, and he won. So. You're super freaking drunk if you're seeing five. If you see five C5s, yes, you're drunk. Where was I at? Yeah, I was third generation flight engineer on the C-130. My great uncle was a flight engineer, and he taught my dad. My dad was a flight engineer, and he taught myself and my brother. And of course, we were flight engineers. Just a family of flight engineers. I didn't last long though. I ended up getting medically disqualified from flying after about 2 years. You've returned. I kind of figured you returned when you said we would be drunk if we were seeing five. Ooh, a missileer. Wait, was he a missileer or was he um, uh, ground crew? Army Air Corps, cool. The start of the Air Force. He did things and had clearance. Facts. Most missileers do. Well, I'm sure the ground crew did too. I'm trying to think of what they were called. I know they had a specific name, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. I didn't work in the missile silos, but I did work with the people that worked in them. Can't remember their names. Space Command! And now there's a Space Force. And they're called Guardians. The Galaxy. Sorry, I couldn't help it. I was actually at the Pentagon when they announced the Space Command. Oh, Lord have mercy. What on God's green earth are we doing here? Well, I saw the other window earlier. There it is. In between my tweezers. What's nice is you can actually schedule a tour of the Pentagon, and they'll have a little tour guide walk you around, telling you all kinds of different facts about the Pentagon. Why I keep saying Pentagon. Pentagon. Okay. They are trained to walk backwards during the entire tour. I don't know. I don't remember the exact numbers because I never did the tour, but some of my buddies did, and I've actually seen a few tours go by me while I was working there. But I want to say that there's enough telephone cable in the Pentagon to go around the world 7 times. I think that's what they said. Pretty sure that's what they said. Like 90% sure. I mean, it's possible I could be mistaken, but pretty sure that's what they said. Come on. You should. It's an interesting tour. I don't know where all they go, um, but hopefully they'll take you and you can see Saddam's uh, golden AK. That's kind of neat. I want to say it's on the 4th floor. It's been a while since I worked there, though. It might be the 3rd. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, cool. Did the same thing they did. I just did it in a different order. Okay, so this looks like it's going to be a door. Where was that? Where did that come from? I put that in the wrong spot. Oh no, I didn't put one there at all. Okay. because my dumb butt didn't grab it. There we go. Gummit. There we go. Stick it right. There. Little sliding door here. There's also somewhere on display in the Pentagon is the deck of cards that they issued us when we went to the desert back in 05. Yes. And in that deck of cards, it had pictures of all the most wanted persons there in Iraq so that we could memorize their faces so we'd know them when we saw them. You can still find one of those deck of cards there in the Pentagon. Dang it. Okay. Not pinched, so that's good. It is a little tight, but it's not pinched. I've been to DC twice. Gotta go to the Postal, Natural History, Air and Space, American History, Congress Building. Can't remember the name. Congress Building, can't remember the name of. All the little monuments along the National Mall, National Zoo, Arlington, Monticello, Mount Vernon. That's what I can remember right now. Also can't spell. Well, you spelled them phonetically, so I was able to figure it out. Which Air and Space Museum did you go to? Did you go to the one in actual DC, or did you go to the one in Dulles, Virginia? If I'm not mistaken, the one in Dulles, Virginia, or Chantilly, um, has one of the Concorde on display. So you went to the DC one. Dulles is on the list to visit. I actually like Dulles better than I like the one in DC. I think it's bigger and has more stuff in it, and of course, it's got the Concorde. So, all right. So now it wants us to send these through here. All right. That. All right, and then this one goes up. can't have me. You see the African American Museum and the Holocaust. But you need tickets to get into those, and if you don't get them the first minute it's open, you don't get them.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we never got to go to the Holocaust Museum because we could never get tickets. Hmm. No, don't do that. Hey, Devin, thank you for the bed check. Make sure everybody's here. I'm doing pretty good, Devin. Hopefully you're doing good. I need another one of those. Do the same thing with this one. All right. Some supreme lasagna. I don't think I've ever had supreme lasagna. Right. There we go. All right. Got that through there. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Course. Couldn't really see how they wanted me to put this on here, and of course I put it on there 90 degrees from where they wanted it. Um, there we go. Got a light on both ends of the caboose now. We have run all the wiring. You didn't get my notification. I was like, what? That kind of bites. Wow, you've been following since Halloween of 23? Dadgum. A long time. Didn't even realize I was streaming back then. One, two, three. 4. Run away. So, Kix, did you say that your dad was also military? Or was it just your grandpa and uncles? Hey, Book, welcome in. Grandpa on your dad's side was a patrol officer in the Navy. I couldn't remember if you said it, your dad was in the military or not. One away. I like the top down that they gave me. Got a little wanted poster sitting here on the table. Train route map. Tell a story about boot camp. You gonna run to Target? Be back in a little bit. All right, Rosie. Story about boot camp. That was a long time ago. We didn't have anybody to do that. We had a guy that crapped himself while running. But that wasn't in basic though. That was at Little Rock. Well, the favorite story that I like to talk about whenever people mention boot is so when at night you have to have what they call a fire guard. Now, granted, barracks now have sprinklers in them and they have fire alarms and stuff in them, but they still require you to pull fire guard. And what that is for 2 hours somebody has to be up. They have to do security checks on all the lockers, and then spot check, make sure of course there's no fires, and you have to check in with central headquarters or CQ uh, every hour. Not every it's every 2 hours, but it's halfway through your fire guard shift. So you're on for an hour, then you check in with CQ, and then you're on for another hour, and then you go to wake up the person who's supposed to relieve you. Now, I being the type of person I am, I decided that I was going to take the midnight to 2 a.m. shift. That was a shift nobody wanted, and the reason being is because lights out was at 10, which means you go to bed at 10, and then you wake up at midnight, and you get put on, you do your fire duty until 2 a.m., and then you go back to bed, and then you wake up at 4 to do PT. So you get, hour and a half, 2 hours of sleep prior to your duty, then an hour and a half to 2 hours of sleep after your duty. So it was not a fun shift. But, so I'm sitting there, and I'm doing fire duty. or fire guard. And all of a sudden, I hear over the intercom, "Dorm guard." I was like, "What in the world?" So I walk over there. "Sir, trainee so and so reports as ordered." And they go, "Do I sound like a sir to you?" "Yes, sir." What it was is after they had said that, I immediately recognized whose voice it was. We had a female drill instructor, and she smoked like a chimney. Like, she always had a cigarette in her mouth. So she smoked like a chimney. And of course, that made her voice a heck of a lot deeper than it probably should have been. So she was going to come up and rip me a new one, but she was female, and she's not allowed in the male dorm or male barracks after lights out without a male drill instructor with her. So she never did come up. Oh, she was mad. There's a couple of funny stories from when we were doing field exercises and stuff like that as well. Uh, Mr. Community the build. Oh, there it is. Right after you came in. Okay. Yeah, let me get on that real quick. Let me finish this. Finish a step here real quick, and then we'll do the community build. You were the one. Have you for time? All right, so there's that. Now let's grab the community Lego build, which is over here. All right, so we have that's step 8, so we're on step 9. We got a couple of orange pieces we need to put together. There we go. There's step 9. I'll pick it up here in a minute. I want to make sure I flip the page so I don't forget. So there we go. We added in these 2 orange bricks. They're kind of wiggly wobbly. But there we go. There's your community Lego build. H2O. H2O. Country Archer, please, please sponsor me. Send me a bag of beef jerky. I'm small time. They're not going to sponsor. But I'll keep eating their products on my stream. I like them. Mm. Oh, so ads will be starting probably here in about another 3 or 4 minutes. Again, um, we run them in a. That's not cool. We do a 3-minute block of ads. It gets rid of pre-rolls. We do it once per hour to minimize the disruption to the stream. So you get to watch beautiful me. And people coming in don't have to watch the pre-rolls. They immediately get all that is the Tuca. Additionally, it gives us a chance as the streamer and the viewer to take a break, do some self-care, like hydrate, get something to eat, like a little snack or something. Maybe use the restroom. Whatever you need to do, take care of yourself. I do stop building when ads pop on. I may not stop playing video games, but I do stop building because usually I also have to go take a break. Oh, I started working on that step, and I never did this step over here. So if you're not subscribed, don't worry. You won't miss any of the build. Subscribers do not get ads. That's not a ploy to get you to subscribe, which is why I don't build during the ads. However, if I come back early from my break, I may bring the chat up, and we may sit there and chit chat while we wait on the ads to finish. So you might miss out on that, but that's it. So if you don't want to miss out on the chit chatty during breaks, so it's not required. 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 3, and a gold bar. Taking food. Man, well, they have some of these little gold coins and gold bars right there in the walkway, and just trip over them. Look at that. And right there's the door. I'll trip all over all that. I can be your everything. Oh, wrong one. That's a dark brown, not a light brown. Nope. You're not, though. We're going to put more stuff in the way for you to trip on as you try to exit the train. There we go. There we go. Flip over more stuff. Ads will start in about 50 seconds. Again, like I said, I will step away for a little breaky break myself. Make sure you yourself step away for a little bit, stretch, walk around, get the blood flowing. I wouldn't suggest going to Target because that's kind of far away, but you can go to Target if you want. Take a little breather. Me forever, you hate me for. Really? Dadgummit. Oh, and there's the ad. So let me put this down. There's those two pieces that we need for the next step. We'll see y'all in a couple minutes. All right. I was trying to figure out that a little bit of trivia from Frosty. I thought it was talking about Madonna's dad, not one of her kids' dads. All right. Like a virgin. Oh, I seem to be growing a lot of decent parts, spares for this build, but okay, so that's the end of bag 5. Surprised. Did not expect that. Thought it would keep going. All right, so like I was saying in the beginning, if we ended, round two, not ended, but if we got done with the bags around 2 o'clock, I didn't want to start another bag because I didn't want it to go, past stream because I do have some cleaning stuff I need to do before the party tonight. So, as promised, we'll hop over onto Railroads Online real quick so you can see the railroad that I'm building and distracted me from starting on time. So let's put this away. We're on page 163. We'll just throw. Where's my bookmark, which is a pair of tweezers? That's my bookmark. I will use anything for bookmark but a bookmark. All right, let me put this choo-choo away real quick. We've gotten another car longer. So bag 6 will finish off the caboose. Then bags 7 and 8 will be the aesthetics. How was work going for me? It's work. All right. Move this over here. Steam. Alrighty. Whew. All right. I love this map because you get to see the Aurora Borealis. Awesome. What is what? What's going? Work's going. You asked me how work was going. There's a snacky snack. All right. Gold smelter, that's what it is. All right. So before I started stream, this is what I was working on earlier. So this is the gold mine. I got some storage tracks here. I want to knock something else out and maybe make a turnaround. But as of right now, that's what I've got going on there. And then this over here is the gold smelter. It looks like it takes... Okay, it's coal. Coal and gold nuggets to make gold bars. This is where I'm at right now, working to... I need to connect this track right here to this piece. And I got to connect this piece back to this track here, which is coming this way. And this track here is going to come down this way. And it's going to turn. And this track here is going to come down this way. And they're going to merge right here as they come across the stamp mill. Now, I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to get down here, because this is all mountains up here. So, alright, so you can see the rails here. That got too tall to actually put down rail bed, so I had to build a bridge to bring it back down and come around here so that I can come over here. And this is where I'm trying to hook it up at, right here. And up here's the gold mine somewhere. Over here. There it is, over there in the distance. All this track here I built while I was getting ready for stream earlier. I have it coming through here. This is where the you got to put in beams, rails. You got to get tools. You got to dump in coal. Then from that, it uses all that information, all that input, make gold ore, which you then put into a hopper car. And I have, like I said, my storage tracks here. And then it comes around. Whee! And that's going to be the main line going back down the mountain. But you can come off. You have a coal car. You can come here and drop off coal here. And this coal tower will be used for refilling trains for fuel. We got our water tower, it's full. Got our sand house, it's filling up. And of course it comes back around here to where we were. And then there's the end of the branch going to the smelter, which will eventually merge up with the gold mine. This right here is the stamp mill for the gold. I got a track up here and a track down there. So as you can see, these tracks are on two different levels. So I have to get them merged up somehow. I can't decide if I want to try and bring them down the hill here and merge into this, or if I want to try and bring them down the hill over here and merge them into this. Currently, I have a train over here at the smelter, so let's go to the smelter. This place reminds you of the Polar Express. All right, we need coal. All right. Firebox is cold. What I've been doing is I've been coming over here, and that's a big old pile of iron. Turn our brake off. Our reverser is 100%. Train moving a little bit. What's our pressure at? We still got some good pressure. This is our sander level. Lever. Blah. Now, since our boiler was cold, we're going to start losing pressure while I'm not trying to keep it open too long. We need this pretty hot. Should start building pressure back up before too much longer. Uh-oh. That's your first divine beast in Breath of the Wild. Stuck now. I put a little too much brake on. I don't like having that candle right there on the gauges. Kind of hard to see how fast you're going when it's blocking that gauge. This light's gonna be a little bright. See if we can dim it. You can't dim it too much, but so on the older locomotives, yes, you have to go out there and light them. This one actually has a generator on it. Where is my brake? There it is, 25%. Of course, it's raining, so it's cloud cover, so you can't see the aurora borealis tonight. So you can hit F when looking at the engine to go into the engine. And that's how you get these different controls. So this right here is your chocks. So turn those on. You can't see it. But you know, in the old movies and stuff where you see the steam coming out from the wheels and everything, that's what these are. What that is when those chocks get cold, the steam in there then condenses back down to water, and water does not compress as well as steam does. So in order to not blow out the chocks, you have to open them up and let the water out. Right there. So this yard right here is what you start out with. Back there. We're going to go up to the iron mine. We're going to refill this with iron again. We're going to come back down to the iron smelter. Not trying to go flying down the. I know there's a hill coming up. It's dark, so I can't see, but I know there's a hill coming up, and I don't want to go flying down it because you will derail. Oh, I didn't change my category. Yeah, I changed my title too. Added in RRO. Okay. If it was daytime, you can definitely see the progression of my track building capabilities. It definitely got more and more advanced as I built more and more track. But of course, it's not daytime. It decided to be night. Yes. So all this track I've laid. So I laid all this up here around the coal mine, all this coming around, all this up here, the oil field, coming down this way and going this way. This is the lumber or the logging camp. Laid all that coming down through here. This is the wheat farm, water well, sawmill. I laid all this track. And this is where I've been working as of late. Oops. I keep it down around 20 as we go down this big old hill. I hate derailing on this bridge. And the reason this is a bridge and not track on the ground is because you don't really want more than a 3% grade on your hills. And this is a 3% grade, and you can see how the land is getting further and further away because the land just dipped. It does eventually catch back up over here, but it just takes it a minute. So I had to actually build a bridge in order to actually get down here. What's nice is if you have multiple people playing, you can have trains running all over the place. Right now we gotta crank it up to get up this next hill. Again, this next hill is a 3% grade. Why does only one side of the bridge have a really... I don't know, that's what the developers went with. I have no idea why they chose to just do one side. I feel like there's a brake on. I think there is, though. So I actually built both these lines going up this hill here. So it's a double line coming all the way up to right here. Reason being is because I expected more people to be on the server. So I wanted to make sure that we could have two trains running up and down the hill. Complain on your behalf. We actually got close enough here where we can actually put the track. I mean, it's still elevated, but it's still, closer to ground level. Because I didn't want to have this like right here. This is kind of nasty. I should have built a bridge through here, but I didn't. As you see, we got it wide open and we're only doing barely above 20 miles an hour going up this hill. And this turn here is very sharp for a locomotive. You gotta be careful when you come down that hill because you will derail there if you're not doing 20 or less. That's the only turn that I think that is sharper than 100 meters. I think that one's 80. Speaking of which, I want to say it's over here. Yeah, this right here. I need to fix this. This was one of the first tracks that I made. I need to fix this. This is way too sharp. What I need to do is I need to bring this out and around and put a 3 switch here. Oh yeah, most definitely. And they come back together here for a little bit. And I do make a siding up here so that if someone's coming down from the iron mine and someone is going up, they can pull off into a siding depending upon who's where. Whoever gets to the siding first is usually the one that pulls off into the siding. And right up there you can see the snow-capped mountains. The gold mine is like right over in here somewhere. Which is why I was thinking about... Oh, here's the siding. I don't know if it's long enough for these trains anymore. It is, it's barely. Yeah. Right up in here is where the gold stuff is. That's why I was debating whether or not to try and come down this mountain here and hook on. But that's a steep climb. That's the ironworks. That's where you get your tools and stuff. Here's another sighting. This one's a little bit longer though. I want to finish up this map, and then I actually want to start a new map with my enhanced crackling capabilities. Make it a little better. Yeah, I think the gold would come down that hill right there, and that's a pretty steep hill. Probably what I'd end up having to do is trying to come across this track. If I was to do that, I would probably come down the hill and come across and then kind of zigzag back and forth until I got down to the same level as the track. And then put a switch in to tie it in. That's the iron mine right there. I do have a hard stop over there. Which means we have to go backwards to get back down the mountain. Or we can go around the ironworks. And we just pull these down and fill up our car. I didn't pull it far enough to use that one too, to double the speed. $5,000 kilograms. So each one of those little balls you see drops 1,000 kilograms. All right. But now that we're here, I'll show you this real quick. I'm not sure if I can bring the rails down this way. Oh yeah, this is where I was thinking about bringing the rails down. This actually, I mean, it's still pretty steep. It's more than a 3% grade. But this would probably be the more ideal. The only problem is I don't need iron for gold. Well, I do need the iron bars, which you get the iron bars from, oh, that's pipes. You get them from over here, which you would, I need to find a way to get from here up here. And it's either come all the way up here or try and come up this way. I want to do something over here by the waterfall though, make it look kind of neat with the waterfall. But also the coal is over here, which you need hole there, there, and there. So it makes sense to have a direct path coming from the coal straight over to here somehow. I'll show you the waterfall real quick and why I want to incorporate it into my rail design. What time do I have to be done? Here in about 15 minutes. Yeah, so here's the river. Up here it's kind of a frozen river. And then down here you see it starts to fall back out. That's not really much of a waterfall. I thought that was more of a waterfall. That's sick. You see I have all these tracks over here in the water, swamp area. But I thought about having my tracks follow the river. That's not as steep of a grade, so it wouldn't be as bad. Because I'm going to have these two tracks here are going to come down this way, and they're going to come around here. And one's going to branch off and go over here to the stamp mill. I was thinking about having the other one branch off and follow the river here. Maybe build it along the side of the mountain here. And then tie it in down here. Somewhere. Where, I don't know. But I'm going to tie it in somewhere down here. But anyway, that's what I was messing with before I started my stream. And that's why I got started a little late. Because I got sidetracked building all these tracks. I built all that up there, wherever the gold mine is, right there. Yeah, so there, that path right there is where this track up here is going to go down. Right here. So this track will go right down that hill there. And then this track over here, down here. Right here. That track will go continue on down there, and it will meet up with that track and turn into one. So we're not going. Well, nah. All right. That's my Railroads Online thing. Like I said, that's what got me distracted. Now let's go and find somebody to raid into. Mbinda is on. What is Mbinda doing? Doing the exotic peacock. Let's go see what let's go say hi to Mbinda. I think I've raided into him. Keyboard's nasty. I need to clean it. All right. You're welcome, Alex. Thank you for hanging out. So there's the excuse me. There's the two messages, one for the subscribers, one for the followers. We're gonna go see Mbinda and see what he's up to. I will be back on Monday, and we'll do bag 6 and probably bag 7. Maybe we'll get done with bag 8. Maybe we'll complete the whole thing. That'd be awesome. Which means then the next time we can start on the train station that I got to match it. A shameless plug here in 3 weeks will be Book Loving Builders affiliate anniversary. She's going to be doing a 24-hour stream. Well, up to a 24-hour stream. So if you want to, torture her with more time, I think that's going to be September 6th-ish, somewhere around that time frame. Also happens to be our anniversary weekend, but hey, all good. So, but thank you all again for coming and hanging out. Thank you to Ryokin for the follow. Echo Freak Show for the follow. Thank you to Carrot Cleric for the raiding party of 24. And for those of you that stuck around and hung out, had a good time, well, hopefully you had a good time. You're going to be here Monday taking Joe to London to see, to the Minecraft and Jurassic World. Awesome! I'm sure he'll love it. We'll miss you, though. And thank you to all the lurkers. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good weekend, and we'll see y'all Monday. Bye. Oh, almost forgot. Take care of your mental health. If you're in the U.S. and need mental health, someone to talk to, call 988. That's the mental health hotline. If you're a veteran, press 1. I believe it's press 1. And if you're dealing with transitional issues, I think the option is 3. So y'all have a good one.